ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग इस भी हम पढ़ तो लिए थे मार्केट इन क्रिप्टो एसेट ये भी, लेकिन फिर से एक बार यहाँ से रिवीजन कर देते हैं। करा वाई न्यूज द यूरोपियन पार्लियामेंट had recently passed the market in crypto asset legislation which is expected to regulate the crypto industry. About the market in crypto asset क्या है? It is considered as the first. It is considered as the first. It is considered as the first set of the regulation in the world established legal framework for crypto asset service provider as well as consumer protection. MiCA will apply directly across the European Union without any need for national implementation law. MiCA regulation focus on certain category of crypto assets such as the currently out of the scope of existing regulation. That is, it does not apply to non-fungible token, DeFi, decentralized finance, and central bank digital currency. MiCA distinguishes between different types of crypto assets and provide regulatory requirements specific to the each category. Subcategorization of the crypto asset. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मनी टोकन एक है। सब कैटेगराइजेशन ऑफ द क्रिप्टो असेट, पहला इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मनी टोकन, दूसरा है असेट रेफरेंडम रेफरेंस टोकन एंड तीसरा है यूटिलिटी टोकन। आगे कह रहा है मीका is a part of the European Commission's digital finance strategy, which also include the DLT pilot regime and digital operation regime. आगे करा नीड फॉर क्रिप्टो एसेट रेगुलेशन। क्रिप्टो एसेट रेगुलेशन का क्या नीड है, क्या जरूरी है, ये हम देखें यहाँ पर। क्रिप्टो नीड फॉर क्रिप्टो एसेट रेगुलेशन पहला है यहाँ पर enforce accountability. The crypto firms are to be held accountable in one form or the other as they deal with the consumer money, and there are very few laws to hold them accountable in most countries. Protect the consumer regulation will help to establish a legal framework for crypto asset service provider as well as to protect the interests of the consumer. दूसरा है इंश्योर फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी। इंश्योर फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी के लिए भी क्रिप्टो असेट रेगुलेशन की जरूरत है। Ensure financial stability regulation ensure the safeguard potential risk to the financial stability, support innovation and fair competition. The regulation help to promote the development of crypto asset by instituting a safe and proportionate framework between the different player। उसके बाद क्या है to address the environment concern, crypto asset can require considerable account of the electricity usage which can result in greenhouse gas emission। Addressing these concerns to promote sustainable practice. Cues for India, as India is currently in the process of developing its own regulatory framework for cryptocurrency. MiCA can serve as an example how a comprehensive framework could be developed। तो यहाँ पर बूस्ट इन्वेस्टर कॉन्फिडेंस पहला सर्व एज ए framework, boost investor confidence. The MiCA line mark would will likely boost investor confidence in the crypto industry in Europe, other part of the world. This would potentially lead to increased investment in the crypto industry in India, with India planning its own version of MiCA. To regulate the unregulated sector, the crypto sector is highly unorganized in the country. The successful implementation of MiCA will persuade India to regulate the sector on the similar line. Similar line. Recently, India and UK also discussed the need for the robust global approach for the dealing with the crypto asset to protect the Indian investor by making the caps accountable and bringing them under the framework of the central banks a possible liquidity crisis like that of the FTX collapse and can be averted in India to prevent money laundering. Crypto assets are extensively used to stack the bank money and use them in abroad by bringing the CSCP under the purview of regulation. Money laundering can be avoided to great extent. उसके बाद in 2022 the OECD also approved the crypto asset reporting framework which provide for the reporting of tax information of transaction in crypto asset in a standardized manner with a view to automatically exchange to encourage healthy competition while the sector is being dominated by few few big players. Regulation will safeguard the new startup in the sector and set a level playing field. वे अहेड फॉर इंडिया वे अहेड क्या होना चाहिए भाई पहला बोला है टू अल्टर द definition of currency. The term currency is currently defined under the section 2H of the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 and cryptocurrencies could should be included in the definition through an amendment. To set up a regulatory body, an independent regulatory body should be made in charge of the overseeing the crypto sector in the country. To create penal provision, a separate set of the penal provision are to be created for the theft, fraud, and cheating cases with respect to the crypto asset to inhibit such action. To set norms for the CSCP, a minimum set of the standard requirement are to be set for a company to be licensed as CASP in the country and should be regulated under the supervisionary super super supervisory function of a government regulatory body. उसके बाद ब्लॉक में जो दिया है इसको देख लेते हैं ब्लॉक में दिया है यहाँ पर पहला ब्लॉक में है ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द मीका क्या है ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द मीका का ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द मीका मीका मीन्स मार्केट इन क्रिप्टो असेट क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव है पहला ऑब्जेक्टिव है इंश्योरिंग लीगल सर्टेनिटी फॉर क्रिप्टो असेट इन द स्कोप दूसरा ऑब्जेक्टिव है सपोर्टिंग इनोवेशन एंड फेयर कंपटीशन तीसरा है प्रोटेक्टिंग कंज्यूमर इन्वेस्टर एंड मार्केट इंटेग्रिटी, इंश्योरिंग फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी विद द इंक्लूजन ऑफ सेफ गार्ड। सो ये सभी आपका है क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द मीका है। क्रिप्टो सीट क्रिप्टो सीट Crypto sheet can be defined as a digital representation of the value of right which may be transferred and stored electronically using distributed ledger technology and similar technology. Different types of token under the crypto sheet: a stable coin, a stable coin. पहला है stable coin, also known as electronic money token. These are the tokens whose value are fixed. Often they are pegged to a currency such as the USA dollar. Security token. These are the tokens that indicate that the owner possesses a stake in some seed. Utility token में क्या है? These token provide you the special access to product, service and offer and are often issued as a part of the project company's initial coin offering etc. उसके बाद है non-fungible token. It is a unique token that corresponded to a specific and unique digital item or a digital representation of a physical item. उसके बाद क्या है? Know the term central bank digital currency क्या है? Is a digital form of fiat currency which can be transacted using wallet backed by a blockchain. Is regulated by the central bank. Centralized finance is an emerging model for organizing and enabling cryptocurrency-based transaction, exchange, and financial service. Implication of the MiCA regulation: harmonize the industry, comprehensive framework, harmonize an existing crypto industry and them, categorize them categorize them under the different label pertaining to their risk level. Blueprint for other economy. This 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 being a pilot initiative provide a blueprint for the other world country to regulate crypto industry by in near future. Educate the investor the necessity to provide a white paper on the product and service provided by a company. Educate the investor about the real risk involved. Avoid liquidity crisis. Framework call for maintain reserve in the form of cash according to the company's site in order to avoid liquidity crisis at any moment. Central bank supervision. The crypto asset service provider will be the under the supervision of the central bank for the first time and also be provide license for their function. ये है आपका। उसके बाद है टीम टू रेगुलेट द क्रिप्टो असेट इन इंडिया। क्या टीम दिया गया है रेगुलेट करने के लिए क्रिप्टो असेट के इन इंडिया का? पहला लिया गया था 2017 में। RBI issue caution on the holding virtual currency and cryptocurrency in India and are considered to illegal. 2019 में RBI held that trading and holding and mining of cryptocurrency in India is illegal and imposed a fine of 10 lakh रुपये। And 2020 में कहा सुप्रीम कोर्ट nullified the ban by the RBI and advocated the government to take a decision over the same. In 2022 में a 30% tax was levied on the income earned from the transfer of virtual asset by the financial ministry. In 2022 में government has set up a panel to explore the possibility of issuing a central bank digital currency and was successful issue as a pilot run in the retail banking segment. 2023 में all transactions involving virtual digital asset are brought under the purview of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. सो ये सभी है आपका जो अटेम्प्ट रेगुलेट करने के लिए लिया गया है। उसके बाद डिजिटल सर्विस एक्ट पढ़िए। डिजिटल सर्विस एक्ट में क्या करा, वाई न्यूज, क्यों ये न्यूज में है? ये न्यूज में है क्योंकि यूरोपियन यूनियन हैज confirmed the name of 90 platform that will be subject to its online contents rule under the Digital Service Act. More on the news, the content rule under the DSA aim to aid tightly regulating the way big technology platform moderate user content. Entity identified by the EU for the strict label of regulation under the DSA include Alibaba, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, and Instagram, among others. Among the डिजिटल सर्विस एक्ट में क्या है? DSA is a first of a kind regulatory toolbox globally and set a benchmark for a regulatory approach to the online intermediary. In 2020, DSA together with Digital Market Act proposed a comprehensive framework to ensure a safer or more fair digital space will be applicable from 2024. DMA affect gatekeeper platform like Google, Amazon, Meta cover the need for user consent before processing personal data for target advertising. How does the EU's DSA compare with India's law for digital contents regulation? India's Information Technology Intermediary Guideline and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021, also known as the IT Rules 2021, are similar to EU DSA in terms of due diligence requirement on the social media platform, content regulation, and a co-regulatory approach for monitoring compliance and for grievance redressal. However, there are also some difference in their apply to the social media in digital news publisher and OTT in India irrespective of their country. DSA a wider range of online platform including social media, online marketplace and food computing service operating in EU irrespective of their country. Content moderation. Rules require social media intermediary to appoint a grievance office, a model officer, and a chief compliance officer and establish a mechanism for receiving and resolving complaint from user. DSA propose a range of compliance requirement for online platform, including content moderation, media transparency obligation, and data protection requirement. Conclusion. Conclusion. Overall, the DSA is a more comprehensive regulatory framework taking a more nuanced approach to governing digital contents and online platforms. However, the effectiveness of each will depend on how they are implemented and enforced. तो यहाँ पर है, उसके बाद ब्लॉक में दिया है, कुछ ब्लॉक में दिया था उसको हम देख लिए हैं। तो अब यहाँ पर हम नया नया टॉपिक पढ़ेंगे, नेशनल गैस ग्रिड। नेशनल गैस ग्रिड क्या है भाई, इसके बारे में हम यहाँ पर देखेंगे। गैस ग्रिड तो नेशनल ग्रिड गैस ग्रिड यहाँ देखने के लिए जा रहे हैं, टॉपिक है क्या कर रहा है। वाई न्यूज बिहार portion of the Barauni, Bihar portion of the Barauni Guwahati pipeline, which connect the Bihar to the national gas grid, was completed recently. About the national gas grid, क्या करा, it is a 33,764 kilometer long natural gas pipeline network that the center has started to connect all the major supply and demand center in the country under the purview of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board. उसके बाद है grid when fully established will ensure easy availability of the national gas across all regions of the country and reduce our reliance on the crude oil. Out of this, around 21,500 kilometer natural gas pipeline are operational, and a total of around 30,500 kilometer length of pipeline is under various stage of the construction. उसके बाद नीड फॉर ए नेशनल गैस ग्रिड क्यों जरूरी है, टू मीट द राइजिंग डिमांड, while the automatic company are gradually moving away from diesel vehicle to meet the VS6 norms, and the next in the line alternative for automobile fuel are LNG and CNG. To adhere to the climate goal commitment by shifting to the natural gas as a fuel in various sectors, country moved toward the meeting its Paris Agreement commitment to reduce its carbon footprints in a phased manner. The positive trade balance shifting toward a gas-based economic will reduce our crude oil bill, which strengthened India rupee and made the balance of the trade favorable for the India. Encourage private player. Establishment of a uniform grid will enable a conducive environment for business to invest in the sector. Economical and uninterrupted delivery of fuel. Establishments of a pipeline ensure safe, economical, uninterrupted supply of natural gas, CNG, and PNG to various end users. Challenge with the national gas grid. Capacity utilization of the pipeline. The existing natural gas pipeline are currently operating only at the 30% to the 20% level of utilization. For the pipeline operating for over 10 years have been constrained by the limiting availability of the domestic gas. Functioning of the PNCRG regulatory body is marred with several key position vaccine. Even the position of chairperson stand vacant, thereby reducing the body's efficiency. Delay in project execution. There are various delay in laying the pipeline due to the line acquisition, issue of the right of the use, multiplicity of the agency. उसके बाद SQ coverage of PNG, PNC, PNG means petroleum, natural. PNG क्या है भाई, ये क्या है PNG, कहाँ से आ गया PNG पेट्रोलियम नेचुरल गैस होगा। Petroleum Natural Gas Regulatory Body, yes, PNG, Petroleum Natural Gas Regulatory Body. SQ PNG, SQ coverage of PNG. The PNG connector are not able to reach every threshold, even when that particular area has been marked as a cover, as a penetration level is not marked as a criterion. Reduced role of state. The subject of petroleum natural gas fall under the union list which limit the role of the state in aiding the development of the pipeline infrastructure वे फॉरवर्ड. वे फॉरवर्ड क्या होना चाहिए भाई? वे फॉरवर्ड ये सभी हमने चैलेंज देखे हैं. अब वे फॉरवर्ड में क्या होना चाहिए था? वे फॉरवर्ड में होना चाहिए अपना, वे फॉरवर्ड में अपना होना चाहिए enhancing exploration. PSU company should be provide number of block for exploration of a new gas reserve. Dedicated diplomatic push. Diplomatic effort are necessary in enhancing the transnational pipeline from the neighboring area of the country, improving the criteria for coverage. A certain level of the penetration in each district should be unmarked as a major criteria of declaring district cover under the PNG, as a current system doesn't focus on increasing the number of the household usage. A better coordination mechanism issue like the multiplicity of agency for receiving clearance permission should be streamlined along with the improving the coordination with the state, ensuring availability the number of the CNG compressed natural gas pump in highway need to be improved at a dedicated phase as the lack of sufficient number of highway pumps inhibited the usage of the CNG as a preferred fuel. तो ये हो गया. उसके बाद ब्लॉक में है, उसको हम देख लेते हैं. यहाँ पर ब्लॉक में जो कि इम्पोर्टेंट है, पहला दिया है अबाउट द पेट्रोलियम नेचुरल गैस रेगुलेटरी बोर्ड, जिसको शॉर्ट में PNG RB बोलेंगे. इट वाज established under the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board 2006. It aimed to protect the interests of the consumer and entity engaged in the specified activity regulating the petroleum, regulating to the petroleum product, natural gas, and to promote competitive market. It also oversees the petroleum product pipeline construction and also a gas exchange for the trading of the natural gas in India. It is a authority to grant authorization to entity of for the development of the city gas distribution network in the geographical area. It is under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Other measure to develop national gas grid. प्रधानमंत्री अदर मेजर टू डेवलप नेशनल गाइड ग्रिड क्या है? पहला है प्रधानमंत्री ऊर्जा गंगा प्रोजेक्ट. इट इज ए गैस पाइपलाइन प्रोजेक्ट दैट एम टू प्रोवाइड अनइंटरप्टेड cooking gas to household in UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, and Odisha. It is also known as the Jagdishpur Haldia Bakaro Dharma pipeline project. The 2,655-kilometer long pipeline project connects the eastern state to the national gas grid. Northeast gas grid, it is a 1,656 kilometer long pipeline which aim to connect the eight northeastern state to the national gas grid. The city gas distribution network, the network currently cover more than 6,400 districts in 2027 state and UT. It consists of our four district segment, namely delivery of CNG for automobile usage in the city, delivery of the PNG for domestic, commercial and in उसके बाद क्या है? उसके बाद है गैस. क्या होता है? नेचर गैस इज a mixture of gases which are consisting of methane, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Natural gas reservoirs are deep inside the earth near the other solid and liquid hydrocarbon bodies like coal and crude oil. It is not used in its pure form. It is processed and converted into cleaner fuel for consumption. It could be used in the feedstock in the manufacturing of fertilizer, fuel for electricity generation, cooking in the domestic household, transportation, fuel for vehicle, etc. India has targeted to increase the share of the natural gas in primary energy mix in the India from current current 6.5% to the 15% by the 2020 2030. उसके बाद पढ़ेंगे एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर। अब एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर देखेंगे यहाँ पर। टॉपिक है एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर। एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर। एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर। एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर पढ़ेंगे। वाई न्यूज द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फिशरी एंड एनिमल हस्बेंड्री डेयरिंग इंट्रोड्यूस ए कोस्टल एक्वाकल्चर अथॉरिटी अमेंडमेंट बिल 2023. More on the news. The bill seeks to amend the content provision of the Coastal Aquaculture Authority Act 2005 and decriminalize offence under it. This 2005 Act established the Coastal Aquaculture Authority for regulating coastal aquaculture. It aims at promoting ease of doing business, fine-tuning the operational procedure of the Coastal Aquaculture Authority. Feature of the bill: definition: aquaculture, it is basically refer to the breeding and rearing and harvesting. Aquaculture क्या है? It is basically refer to the breeding, rearing and harvesting of the fish, shellfish, algae, and other organisms in all the types of the water environment. And coastal aquaculture क्या है? The amendment bill define coastal aquaculture as the rearing and cultivation of any life stage of the fish, including में क्या है भाई? Including crustaceans, molluscs, fish, seaweed, or any other aquatic life under the control condition, either indoor or outdoor, in a saline or brackish water in the coastal area. It also included activities such as the production of broad stock seed and grow out, but does not include freshwater aquaculture. स्कोप क्या है? It expands the scope of the CCA Act beyond coastal aquaculture forms to cover all the vertical and activity of the coastal aquaculture for its sustainable development. उसके बाद regulation of allied coastal aquaculture activity. The bill prohibited coastal aquaculture activity in ecologically sensitive area, no development zone, within coastal regulation zone. Although some LI activity like seaweed culture, nucleus breeding center have exempted from these regulation. उसके बाद चेंज टू द कोस्टल एक्वाकल्चर अथॉरिटी है। चेंज ऑफ द कोस्टल एक्वाकल्चर अथॉरिटी क्या कहता है? Change to the Coastal Aquaculture Authority. Composition of the CAA. Bill 8 aid a representative from the Ministry of Fishery, Animal Husbandry and Dairy as a member. Increase scope. The bill enhance the scope of regulation by requiring any facility that is engaged in coastal aquaculture or any LI activity to be regulated as a coastal aquaculture unit. Expanded function. The bill aid recommended that the authority shall regulate coastal aquaculture input, monitor aquaculture unit, and fix environmental standard. Decriminalize Decriminalization. The bill removed the imprisonment provision of the act for its contravention and replaced them with suitable monetary and other penalty. Adjudication and appeal. Under the bill, the central government may authorize an officer of an at least under the secretary level to adjudicate penalty. सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ एक्वाकल्चर क्या है? एक्वाकल्चर का सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? महत्व, तब पहला महत्व यहाँ पर बोल रहा है फूड एंड न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी. Aquaculture has great potential to feed and nourish the world growing population. Delivery of ecosystem service. The aquaculture support ecosystem by filtering water and sequestering carbon. For instance, seaweed farming can mitigate the acidification caused by the ocean absorption of the carbon dioxide. Livelihood support. Millions of lives and livelihood are supported by the aquatic food system. 58.5 million people were employed in the primary fishery and aquaculture sector in 2020. Source of foreign exchange. It is an important sector for developing countries to earn foreign exchange by exporting high value products. इशू भी एक्वाकल्चर, इशू क्या है मैंने अभी देखें जो इम्पोर्टेंट देखें तो क्या क्या देखें, लाइवलीहुड सपोर्ट है, डिलीवरिंग इकोसिस्टम सर्विस है, और फूड एंड न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी होगा, डिलीवरिंग इकोसिस्टम सर्विस होगा, लाइवलीहुड सपोर्ट है, सोर्स ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज है. उसके बाद इशू क्या है? इशू विद एक्वाकल्चर. इशू विद एक्वाकल्चर 4 गो इशू यहाँ दिया है. हैबिटाट लॉस, पहला है हैबिटाट लॉस. क्या है हैबिटाट लॉस? कैसे? Fish farm can destroy or degrade the local habitat through direct destruction via effluents, runoffs, siltation of nearby area, or other knock of the on the effect. Aquaculture farms create a risk of entanglements for marine wildlife and can pose a barrier to migration. ये है. Water pollution. Chemical and waste product in aquaculture effluent can cause toxic algae blooms and eutrophication and oxygen-free dead zone in the water. Introduction of the non-native species. Farm fish can enter nearby ecosystem, transmitted disease to wild population, complete with or displaced native species or interbreed with wild population, affecting those population survival. Unsustainable practice. Fishery resource continue to decline due to overfishing, population, poor management, and other factors. वे फॉरवर्ड में क्या होना चाहिए? तो ये प्रोग्राम हमने देखें, सिग्निफिकेंस हमने देखें, तो वे फॉरवर्ड में क्या होना चाहिए? रिस्पॉन्सिबल एक्वाकल्चर पॉलिसी विल इंक्लूड ब्लू ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. It process a series of actions designed to support resilience in aquatic food system and ensure fishery and aquaculture grow sustainably. उसके बाद प्रोटेक्टिंग अ स्मॉल स्केल फार्मर. स्मॉल स्केल फार्मर ही उसको प्रोटेक्ट करना है. कैसे? डज नॉट डिस्प्लेस अ स्मॉल स्केल फिशरी बाय प्राइवेटाइजिंग कोस्टल जोन और क्रिएटिंग अदर इक्विटी and global fishery management. Improving global fishery management remain crucial to restore ecosystem to a healthy, productive state and protecting the long-term supply of aquatic food. Technical innovation. Technical innovation. Focus priority area for innovation aquaculture practice are feed and feeding, digitization and promotion of efficient and pro-environmental practice. For instance, integrated multi-trophical aquaculture provide a process where seaweed and mollusca contract nutrients and organic in इनरिचमेंट प्रोसेस टू कीप बैलेंस। तो ये सभी भी फॉरवर्ड है। टेक्निकल इनोवेशन होना चाहिए, ग्लोबल फिशरी मैनेजमेंट होना चाहिए, प्रोटेक्टिंग स्मॉल स्केल फार्मर होना चाहिए, ब्लू ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। तो ये सभी आपका क्या है, बी ए फॉरवर्ड है। बी ए फॉरवर्ड टूल्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी है। उसके बाद यहाँ ब्लॉक में दे रखा है, इसको हम देखना जरूर चाहेंगे। यहाँ पर है इंडियाज फिशरी सेक्टर। इंडियाज फिशरी सेक्टर इन फर्स्ट इन इनलाइन कैप्चर फिश प्रोडक्शन, फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे है जो इनलाइन कैप्चर फिश प्रोडक्शन है। सेकेंड इन एक्वा कल्चर फिश प्रोडक्शन है। थर्ड इन ओवरऑल फिश प्रोडक्शन है। थर्ड इन ओवरऑल द फिश प्रोडक्शन में थर्ड पोजीशन पे है। फर्स्ट इन इनलाइन कैप्चर फिश प्रोडक्शन, आइलैंड, आइलैंड मीन्स जो चारों ओर समुद्र से घिरा रहता है, और उस चारों ओर पानी से घिरा रहता है, उसमें इंडिया फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे है। सेकेंड पोजीशन पर है एक्वा कल्चर इन द फिश प्रोडक्शन, एंड थर्ड पे है ओवरऑल फिश प्रोडक्शन, एंड फोर्थ पे है एक्सपोर्ट फिश एंड फिशरी प्रोडक्ट। फिश एंड फिशरी प्रोडक्ट अगर एक्सपोर्ट की बात किया जाए तो इंडिया फोर्थ पोजीशन पे है। और यहाँ पर कोस्टल एक्वाकल्चर अथॉरिटी देखेंगे। कोस्टल एक्वाकल्चर अथॉरिटी, चेन्नई, तमिलनाडु, जेनेसिस इट statutory body established under the Coastal Aquaculture Authority Act 2005. It functions under the Ministry for the Fishery, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Objective to regulate coastal aquaculture activity in the coastal area in order to ensure sustainable development without causing damage to the coastal environment. उसके बाद फंक्शन क्या है भाई, इसका फंक्शन क्या है, इसका फंक्शन देखेंगे। कोस्टल एक्वाकल्चर अथॉरिटी का फंक्शन देखेंगे। इसका हेड क्वार्टर चेन्नई में है, तमिलनाडु में है। यहाँ पर कोस्टल एक्वा एक्वा कल्चर अथॉरिटी पढ़ रहे हैं, और यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं इसका हेड क्वार्टर कहाँ है। इसका हेड क्वार्टर आपका चेन्नई में है, तमिलनाडु। जेनेसिस क्या है भाई? इट इज a statutory body. पहला we should keep in mind it is a statutory body established under the Coastal Aquaculture Authority Act 2005. 2005 एक्वा कोस्टल एक्वाकल्चर अथॉरिटी के एक्ट के तहत ये इस्टेब्लिश हुआ है। इट फंक्शन अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री फॉर फिशरी, एनिमल हस्बेंड्री एंड डेयरी। एक किसके अंदर वर्क करता है? ये फंक्शन करता है, वर्क करता है, फंक्शन अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ fishery, animal husbandry and dairy. That we should keep in mind. Three things. That is the first we should keep in mind, that is it is a statutory body, and it is established under the Coastal Aquaculture Authority Act 2005, and it functions under the Ministry of Fishery, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Objective क्या है? To regulate coastal aquaculture activity in the coastal area in the order to ensure sustainable development without causing damage to the coastal environment. इसका objective है to regulate the coastal aquaculture activity in coastal area in order to ensure sustainable development without causing damage to the coastal environment. उसके बाद क्या है? फंक्शन क्या है? फंक्शन यहाँ दिया है, रेगुलेटिंग द कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड ऑपरेशन ऑफ एक्वाकल्चर farm in the coastal area, inspection of the farm to ascertain their environmental impact, registration of aquaculture farm, fixing a standard for the input and influence, removal or demolition of the coastal aquaculture farm which causes pollution act. Composition, it comprises of the living member including the chairperson who is or has been a judge of high court. Composition है, it comprises of living member including chairperson who is or has been a judge of a high court. Aquaculture, it is a farming of fish, seaweed and the other aquatic species. Submerged cage and net pens. Submerged cages and net pens are used to farm fish in the ocean. Lines are used to farm seaweed and whalefish and like the mussels in the ocean. Bottom culture lines, trays, bags is used to farm seaweed and whalefish like oyster in the shallow coastal area. Ponds and tanks are used to farm finfish and shrimps on the line or in a coastal or freshwater area. The government initiative, the Fishery and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund, Fishery and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund, प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना, प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना। प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना, प्रोडक्शन लिंक इंसेंटिव स्कीम फॉर फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री, 100% FDI allow through automatic route in the pisciculture and aquaculture. यहाँ गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव क्या है? फिशरी एंड एक्वाकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट फंड, पहला ये इनिशिएटिव लिया है कि फिशरी एंड एक्वाकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट फंड है। दूसरा प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना है, प्रधानमंत्री मैत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना है। तीसरा है प्रोडक्शन लिंक इंसेंटिव स्कीम फॉर द फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री है। तीसरा, चौथा है 100% FDI अलाउ थ्रू ऑटोमेटिक रूट इन द फिशिकल्चर एंड एक्वाकल्चर। ये है आपका चौथा इनिशिएटिव है, 100% FDI अलाउ थ्रू द ऑटोमेटिक रूट इन द फिशिकल्चर एंड एक्वाकल्चर। तो ये सभी आपका हमने देख लिया। आप पढ़ेंगे एग्रीटेक पढ़ेंगे हमने। ये वाला देख लिए टॉपिक का क्या नाम था, एक्वाकल्चर सेक्टर में देख लिए। आप क्या देखेंगे? हम देखेंगे अब अब देखेंगे हम एग्रीटेक, देखेंगे एग्रीटेक, एग्रीकल्चर टेक्नोलॉजी मीन्स एग्रीकल्चर टेक्नोलॉजी। यहाँ क्या कर रहा है, पहला कर रहा है रिसेंटली अटल इनोवेशन मिशन, नीति आयोग, United Nations Capital Development Fund have jointly launched a white paper aimed at making India a global leader in agri-tech innovation. Recently, Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog and the United Nations and Capital Development Fund have jointly launched a white paper aimed at making India a global leader in agri-tech innovation. उसके बाद यहाँ पर तीन चार गो जो है तो ज्वाइंटली नो अटल इनोवेशन मिशन मीन्स AIM, नीति आयोग and United Nations Capital Development Fund have jointly launched a white paper aimed at making India a global leader in agri-tech innovation. That is the aim. इंडिया से एग्री टेक सेक्टर यहाँ पर देखेंगे, लेकिन ये देखेंगे लेकिन इसको बाद में देखेंगे। पहले हम यहाँ पर नीड देख लेते हैं जो जनरल में दिया हम नीड ऑफ एग्री टेक इन इंडिया, स्ट्रीमलाइनिंग द एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर। पहला क्या करेंगे, स्ट्रीमलाइनिंग द एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर। इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर प्रीडोमिनेटली unorganized, fragmented, involve numerous intermediary middlemen across the value chain. However, the bourgeois tech ecosystem in India presents an opportunity to transfer, organize the sector, and more efficiently, ultimately benefiting farmer and consumer alike. Address food security and climate change. As per the Global Multidimensional Poverty Index, India have around 228 million poor population. Agri-tech company can revolutionize agriculture sector, improve food security of the country, increase agriculture productivity. Farmer like access to high quality agriculture input, farm machinery and other ally equipment which lead to a low agriculture productivity and low quality crops. New technologies such as biotech, nanotech can improve crop yield and production, address changing consumer behavior. Tech company can apply a pivotal role in adopting cutting-edge technology to ensure that their products are clean, meeting enhance quality management traceability. Solution can improve post-harvest product produce handling, quality assessment, analysis, while also enabling monitoring traceability during storage and transportation. A streamlining supply chain, output market linkage, agri-tech can provide both digital platform and physical infrastructure to manage post-harvest supply chain and connect farm output and directly with the customer. Accessible financial service. Agri-tech can facilitate credit facility for input procurement and equipment acquisition, as well as offer insurance and reinsurance for the crops. Challenge of agriculture utilization in India, affordability. Agriculture machinery is often unaffordable for a smaller farmer because of their small land holding. Challenge of agri-tech utilization क्या है, पहला चैलेंज है affordability. Agriculture machinery is often affordable for the smaller holder farmer because of their small land holding. For example, providing insurance service for the horticulture crop, high resolution satellite imagery, low or no access to farm related data, inadequate farmer level data set, Hinger technology penetration in agriculture, as most agri-tech companies require up to date data to enhance their software and serve end user effectively. Poor digital literacy. Farmers are not aware about the new technology which affect the farmer modernization, mechanization enhance, resulting in low adoption of agri-tech solution. Factor included lack of awareness, inadequate incentive, and inefficient technical support in India. A recent increase in digital fraud cases using mobile device has affected the trust in the digital mode. High cost of customer acquisition of agri-tech company. Combination of fragmented line holding and diverse geographical present a significant challenge for agri-tech company in connecting with the smallholder farmer, leading to high customer acquisition cost. उसके बाद क्या है? Inefficient supply chain. Inefficient supply chain क्या है? Supply chain is inefficient due to the numerous intermediary which raise procurement costs for retailer and increase wastage because of inadequate infrastructure such as cold storage facility. Way forward क्या है? Way forward क्या है? Way forward improving last mile connectivity. इम्प्रूविंग लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी वे फॉरवर्ड होना चाहिए पहला है होना चाहिए इम्प्रूविंग लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी कोलेबोरेटिंग विद लोकल इंस्टीट्यूशन लाइक नॉन गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और एफडीओ or corporate having a significant farmer base on to base to roll out agri-tech solution, access to public data, utilize the government extensive data on the farmer, land record, financial health, weather report, meteorological data, market price, and mandi data, which is crucial for agri-tech company to provide valuable service. Digital licensing regime increase transparency in the licensing process by digitizing it entirely, which will help a startup access information more efficiently and serve a smaller holder farmer better. दूसरा स्टेट specific agri-tech policy implementing distinct agri-tech startup policy that can promote and facilitate growth in the sector on a regional level. Establishment of the facilitation center for agri-tech at the local as well as global level. At a stage level, facilitation centers should ensure that the tech company can conveniently access public resource or leverage the government's infrastructure. उसके बाद यहाँ पर अब देखते हैं इंडिया से एग्रीटेक सेक्टर. India's agri-tech sector. Agri-tech is the use of innovation technology for farming that is developed to enhance profitability and efficiency. Agri-tech can be used in the agriculture, horticulture. Agri-tech can be used in the agriculture, horticulture, aquaculture, forestry and viticulture. उसके बाद है यहाँ पर 1% agri-tech penetration in India. 1% have penetrated in India. 40% contribution of the farm mechanization compared to the USA 95%, Brazil 70, and China 57%. उसके बाद स्टेप टेकन इज डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म इंटीग्रेटिंग एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस और लाइव स्टॉक मार्केट कमिटी मंडी मंडी सब submission on the agriculture mechanization, increasing the reach of the farm mechanization for to a small and marginal, promoting custom hiring center, direct benefit transfer and central agri portal. उसके बाद एप्लीकेशन ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी involved in agriculture. The कौन-कौन है? पहला है फार्म मेकेनाइजेशन लाइक द drones and robotic etc. Digital technology such as AI, remote sensing, big data, blockchain and IoT. Biofertilization, biotechnology and genetic modification. क्लाइमेट स्मार्ट एग्रीकल्चर, तो ये सभी क्या है आपका इनिशिएटिव है आपका एप्लीकेशन ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इन्वॉल्व इन एग्रीकल्चर, एप्लीकेशन ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इन्वॉल्व इन एग्रीकल्चर। तो ये सभी हो गया। अब यहाँ पर शॉर्ट न्यूज है, तो शॉर्ट न्यूज को हम कल देखेंगे, शॉर्ट न्यूज को हम कल देखेंगे। तो यहाँ पर हम क्या करें, यहाँ पर बंद क्या करते हैं हम कुछ